Willem Dafoe is undoubtedly a talented and versatile actor, mainly known for his ability to convey intense emotions and a sense of madness. His new horror movie Inside has just been revealed, so what is Inside all about? Also, we will talk about everything you need to know about Inside. Keep watching for more information on all of these in this video. Starting us off, Heretic wraps Inside starring Willem Dafoe. Inside, starring Willem Dafoe, is the first English-language film produced by the Greek company Heretic, with a story by Ben Hopkins that was based on an original concept by Vasilis Katsoupis. Katsoupis makes his directorial debut in a fiction movie. Square One Entertainment will distribute to German-speaking regions, and Bankside has joined the worldwide sales team. The covered project's main photography was completed on June 1 following a 7-week COVID-safe shoot at the MMC TV and Film Studios in Cologne. In the spring of 2022, the movie will be released. Nemo, played by Willem Dafoe, a high-end art thief, is stuck in an opulent, high-tech penthouse in Times Square, New York after his robbery does not go as planned in the high-concept psychological thriller drama. He is imprisoned in a lavish home filled with priceless artwork that he adores, but now he must rely entirely on his ingenuity and cunning ways to get by for several months. Producers include Dries Flyfo for A Private View, Marcos Cantis for Shuago, Georgios Karnavas, and Konstantinos Kontorvakis for Heretic. Jim Stark, Stephen Kelleher, Charles Britt Cruz, and Katsoupis serve as executive producers. Basti Grease, Jens Wolf, and Nesh Demir of MMC Movies are co-producers. Dan Weschler, Jamal Zainalzad, and Board Card Films/Sovereign Films' Andreas Rold are associate producers. Funders for the project include the Film Fund, Medienstiftung NRW, the Greek Film Center, Screen Flanders, Eurimages, ERT, Ecome, the German Federal Film Fund, the Belgian Tax Shelter, MFG Medien, and Filmgesellschaft Baden-Württemberg, and Creative Europe/Media. As a part of his involvement in the Inside Pictures initiative in 2017, the producer and founding member of Heretic Carnavas developed the movie. Italian art curator Leonardo Bigazzi is collaborating with the production, as well as UK director of photography Stephen Annis, who is famously known for Color Out of Space. The feature documentary My Friend Larry Gus was directed by Katsoupis, who has also helmed several commercials and music videos. Wasted Youth, Son of Sophia, Perry, and Kala Azar are just a few of Heretic's prior credits. Currently, the business is executive producing Ruben Östlund's The Triangle of Sadness. The sales division of Heretic contributed to several movies, including Rado Jade's Bad Luck Banging or Looney Porn, which won the 2021 Golden Bear. Inside is the first of the films in the English language that Heretic developed and oversaw from beginning to end, according to Carnavas. He also continued that the movie was made to appeal to viewers throughout the world while also posing creative challenges. Additionally, he said that although it seemed impossible bringing Willem Dafoe together amid the COVID pandemic for what is essentially a one-person performance with debut director Vasilis Katsoupis, but it has been a dream. Next, the Inside trailer. Willem Dafoe is a thief trapped after a botched art heist. Nobody does mad solitude like Willem Dafoe. Vasilis Katsoupis, who is known for directing My Friend Larry Gus, will be directing the next Focus Features movie, Inside, which features the Lighthouse and Spider-Man No Way Home actor. Nemo, played by Willem Dafoe, is an art thief whose robbery doesn't go as planned. He is the protagonist of Inside, a thriller that takes place in a New York penthouse. He must use all of his skills and creativity to live after being locked inside with nothing but precious items of art. Despite the fact that Inside also features Jean Berkowitz, Eliza Stoic, and Josiah Krug, it is marketed primarily as a Willem Dafoe-led solo film. Ben Hopkins wrote the screenplay, while Georgios Karnavas, Marcos Cantis, and Dries Flyfo produced it. Triangle of Sadness, which won the Palme d'Or, was most recently funded by Carnavas's Heretic production company. In a joint statement, executive producer Vasilis Katsoupis and producer Carnavas stated that it was a dream to have done this movie the way they wanted to, having the chance to work with Willem and all these incredible filmmakers who backed them. They continued that Focus was the ideal setting for the movie and they were eager to show it to the world. The president of production and acquisitions at Focus Features, Kiska Higgs, stated that with Inside, Focus continues its commitment to first-time and international filmmakers. Director Vasilis' thought-provoking film examines a sensation we've all grown accustomed to, solitude, in a visually striking way. In addition to Inside, Dafoe will return to Wes Anderson for Asteroid City, as well as star in 2 films from Yorgos Lanthimos, Poor Things, and And. Both movies will also include Emma Stone, Jesse Plemons, and Joe Alwyn, who frequently work with Lanthimos. Dafoe also appears in Emmy winner Patricia Arquette's directorial debut Gonzo Girl, based on Cheryl de la Pietra's acclaimed novel. Actress Camila Morone portrays a teenage magazine intern who accepts a publishing position with a deranged author, played by Willem Dafoe in Daisy Jones and the Six. Next, Willem Dafoe's new horror movie released. The character played by Willem Dafoe in the forthcoming horror movie Inside is uncannily similar to one of his most well-known ones, the Green Goblin. While there are numerous reasons why Sam Raimi's Spider-Man trilogy is cherished, Willem Dafoe's portrayal of the Green Goblin is one of the greatest. But because of the movie's time restrictions, Dafoe's portrayal of the Green Goblin was given a fairly constrained amount of screen time, which disappointed fans. Norman Osborn had far less character development because he wasn't Spider-Man's focus. Fans anxiously awaited his reappearance as Norman Osborn in the blockbuster film Spider-Man No Way Home. Unfortunately, Dafoe's Green Goblin had to compete for attention with other returning Spider-Man foes. Inside, a new psychological horror movie centers on Nemo, an Earth thief whose robbery goes tragically wrong and leaves him alone in a New York apartment. Nemo, who is trapped inside with nothing but precious works of art, must do all it takes to live. The teaser shows Nemo screaming in despair and making friends with a pigeon outdoors as he is on the verge of going insane. Although Dafoe has experienced playing insane characters, some fans may finally get the Dafoe performance they've been waiting for with Nemo's spiral into lunacy. Inside appears to offer an appropriately distressing experience for those who want to witness how Willem Dafoe inhabits the mind and subtlety of someone who is losing their sanity. Although Nemo and Norman Osborn from Spider-Man initially appeared to be completely different people, their psychological conditions seem to be extremely similar. Nemo is depicted in the Inside trailer as having hallucinations and talking to himself. Similar notions may be seen in one of the most well-known Raimi Spider-Man moments, in which Dafoe debates the Green Goblin in the mirror. While the majority of Osborn's journey into insanity is kept off-screen, the little mirror scene vividly depicts this transition. Inside may depict a greater decline as Nemo becomes more desperate and begins to lose his sense of reality, since Norman Osborn's transition into the Green Goblin was left to the audience's imagination. The teaser shows Nemo performing a number of unsettling actions, such as consuming a fish from a tank and damaging expensive works of art. Between starvation and the mental breakdown caused by solitude, the boundary between reality and illusion begins to blur. In the penthouse, he begins to witness works of art come to life. As the Green Goblin, Osborn most certainly experienced similar hallucinations and performed horrible deeds. Willem Dafoe is a respected actor, and there is no mistake about it. He has received several Oscars, Golden Globes, and Screen Actors Guild Awards for his performances. In Cinema Blend, Dafoe talks about how much he likes playing challenging characters and how much he enjoyed filming Sam Raimi's Spider-Man. Although it was cut in the final scene, the mirror sequence from Spider-Man was one of his favorite moments to film. It was done in one take. To prepare, Sam Raimi handed him a copy of Robert Louis Stevenson's Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde to read. This is evident in Dafoe's portrayal of the Green Goblin, in which he masterfully conveys the disparate psyches of the manic, brutal Green Goblin and the terrified Osborn. With his outstanding portrayal of Thomas Wake in The Lighthouse, Dafoe showed that he could play characters who were mentally disturbed with style. The same thing happens to Thomas Wake when he loses count of how long he has been on the island and spirals into lunacy. Performances like that of the lighthouse keeper from the 1890s demonstrate both how amazing Willem Dafoe's portrayal of the Green Goblin was and how his upcoming turn in Nemo will also be remembered. Fans of the Green Goblin will get another opportunity to see Willem Dafoe perform what he does best in Inside. Finally, everything we know about Inside starring Willem Dafoe. Willem Dafoe performs steep descents into madness or isolation like no one else. That much we discovered after seeing The Lighthouse. After seeing the trailer for Dafoe's most recent psychological trailer Inside, you're going to need to shake off those anxieties, so make a dance class appointment or something. In Willem Dafoe's presence, we may find some tiny solace if we must endure the strain of a full-length movie. The indie project, directed by Greek director Vasilis Katsoupis, follows a seasoned Earth thief named Nemo as he attempts to pull off a robbery at a luxurious and high-tech condominium somewhere around Times Square in New York City. Nemo must focus all of his energy and cleverness on surviving when the robbery unavoidably goes wrong, and he is confined within the flat without access to necessities like food or water. You can't eat art after all. So, any news on casting then? Inside seems to be more or less a one-person show at this point. If you've seen the film Castaway, you'll know what we are talking about. Consider this another addition to Willem Dafoe's repertoire of slowly going nuts on film, which is our preferred genre. Is a release date set? Inside, which has a release date of March 10, 2023, will be happy to arrive at your neighborhood theater in just a few short months for all the Dafoe Sims. Please don't say we didn't warn you, put it in your calendars. So that's it guys, Willem Dafoe's new horror movie Inside promises to bring the actor's skills back to the big screen. Do you think Inside can succeed like the previous movies he has acted in? Let's hear your comments in the section below. Please remember to subscribe and thank you for watching.